Hello friends, welcome back to MargaretsPearlsTV. I hope you're keeping well. We continue the abuse series and today the focus will be child abuse. This is a very difficult and extremely sensitive topic, which perhaps could make you wonder about your past experiences. And I would recommend you seek help by speaking to your doctor and social services in your area. Before I proceed, I am sharing this brief information which I hope will be useful personally in our communities and network. This is obviously not an exhaustive list or information, as this is rather a broad and complex issue. This episode will define child abuse, types of child abuse, the signs a child's being abused, effects of abuse on a child abuse statistics in the United Kingdom, 2 child deaths in the United Kingdom that impact the social policy and legislations. Why does abuse happen? How you can play your part, reporting abuse, help and support available to abused children. What is child abuse? Children are unable to defend themselves and they are dependent on parents, carers, family, loved ones, and services for those in care of social services, amongst others. The National Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children, otherwise known as NSPCC, defines child abuse as when a child is intentionally harmed by an adult or another child. It can be over a period, but can also be a one-off action. It can be physical, sexual, or emotional, and it can happen in person or online. It can also be a lack of love, care, and attention. This is neglect. However, if we work together, which is absolutely crucial to stop abuse happening and provide support to children who have been abused, we can turn things around for a child at any stage of their development, so they can go on to lead happy and fulfilling lives. Types of child abuse. Bullying and cyberbullying. Child sexual exploitation. Child trafficking. Criminal exploitation and gangs. Domestic abuse. Emotional abuse. Female genital mutilation. Grooming. Neglect. Non-recent abuse or historical abuse. Online abuse. Physical abuse. Sexual abuse. Modern slavery. And lastly, radicalization. What are the signs of child abuse? The signs of child abuse are not always obvious, and a child might not feel able to tell anyone what's happening to them. Sometimes children don't even realize that what's happening to them is abuse. Then, what are the common signs, some common signs to look out for when a child is being abused? Firstly, unexplained changes in behavior or personality becoming withdrawn. Secondly, appearing anxious or becoming aggressive. A child lacks social skills and has few friends, if any. Poor bond or relationship with a parent. Knowledge of adult issues inappropriate for their age. Running away or going missing. Always choosing to wear clothes which cover their body. These signs don't necessarily mean that a child is being abused. There could be other things happening in their lives which are affecting their behavior. You may also notice some concerning behavior from adults who have children in their care, which makes you concerned for child or children's safety and well-being. Let us look at some effects of abuse on a child, and this can include negative effects on a child's health, relationships, and education. Adults who were abused as children may find it harder to cope with life stresses, get a good job, or be a good parent. Mental health problems, drug or alcohol issues, criminal behavior, or showing signs of harmful behavior themselves. But there are organizations like the NSPCC that can help a child who's experienced abuse to get their life back on track. Let us look at statistics, child homicides, and change policies and legislations. And I am sorry if you are affected by the details of the child homicides in this section. In the last 5 years, on average, a child dies every week as a result of assault or undetermined intent in the United Kingdom. Children under the age of 1 are the most likely age group to be killed by another person, followed by 16 to 24-year-olds. Child homicides are reported to be commonly caused by child's parent or step-parent. In 2000 and 2007, there were 2 child homicides that changed policies and children and family legislations in the United Kingdom. The first one is Victoria Climby. At age 8 in 2000, she was tortured and murdered by her great aunt and her boyfriend. Following Lord Laming's inquiry into the murder of Victoria, the Children Act 2004 made a few key changes to the Child Protection Framework. Further changes were made by the Children and Social Work Act in 2017, which amended the 2004 Act in several areas. Also, in 2007, 17-month-old Peter Connolly was found dead in his cot after months of cruelty from those who were meant to care for him most. His mother, her boyfriend, and his brother were convicted of causing or allowing his death. Peter's short life had been filled with pain. He had suffered more than 50 injuries. I am wondering if you are asking, why does abuse happen to children? There is no excuse and there is no reason to abuse a child. However, several cases of problems such as poverty, drug or alcohol addiction, or mental health issues can overload our capacity to care for children and can lead to a child being abused or neglected. This is not to say difficult circumstances inevitably lead to abuse or that abuse can ever be excused, but these circumstances do make it more likely to happen. However, by giving families the right support at the right time and early intervention, especially through counseling or good foster care to helping and from a neighbor, we can help them manage these problems and give a child a more stable platform to grow up. How can you play your part? Abuse can be prevented, and each of us can play a role in the fight against it. Any act, big or small, can make a real difference to a child and create a safer society for all children. In serious cases of child abuse, the local authority will apply to court for an order to protect the child. How do we report abuse or any concerns or neglect? If you are worried or concerned about a child being abused or being neglected, you can contact the National Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children, also known as NSPCC, on 0808 800 5000. You can contact Victim Support on 0808 1689 1111. You may also contact Children's Social Care Team at your local council. You don't have to share your details. If a child is at immediate risk, call 999. If it's not an emergency, you can report the crime online or call 101 in the United Kingdom. You may also call the Citizen Advice Bureau Advice Line in England on 0800 144 8848. Please do not look away. Safeguarding our children is our responsibilities. Thank you for listening. Take care. Bye for now.